Should probably go out to YouTube and find out. Okay. Take a look at the group real quick. Okay, looks like you and I are out there right now. Hello, everybody. We're just getting ready for the podcast at 8:30 or thereabouts. Waiting on a few other members. If you would like to join us, please join us. Google Chrome, John, has just told me that I'm also live on YouTube. So,
oh, cool.
Maybe it worked.
Yeah.
We're also trying to stream out to YouTube as well. So we're not sure if that's working, but it looks like it might be.
All right.
Let's see my channel. Yeah, it says live.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah. Okay. So we got Andy Fawn, who's just asked me to tag him in the mural map that we have. So I'm going to do that now. Andy Fawn. Okay. There it is. I will pin our live to the top. Mark as announcement. And okay, pin to top. All right. Hey, Max, are you watching us right now? Leave a comment. And if you'd like to join us, do you have a webcam and a microphone? We'll join you on here. All right, Matt, how's it going?
Good.
Good. Awesome. You are live on the group and also on YouTube. So we've got 2 streams.
I see we have...
Do not cross the streams.
I see we've got quite a few more viewers tonight than normal. This is good.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah.
See.
Sharing it to all my social media stuff. Oh.
All right. Matt is no longer backstage. Okay. All right. Eric Carlson, are you watching right now? Just leave a comment so we can see that you're alive. And if anybody is watching that would like to join us tonight, this is super casual. You're more than free. As long as you got a webcam and a microphone that works, I will PM you a StreamYard link and you can join in the fun. Just write me a note in the comments so that I know that you're interested. So we'd love to have you on board. It's kind of quiet tonight. Hayden is out and also Terry is out tonight. So it's just us 3 unless Dan is coming in. I don't know if Dan's coming in. Yeah, the webcam, John, it's just one off Amazon. I'll send you a link sometime.
Okay, thanks.
And if you need one, let me know. We'll get you set up squared away.
Yeah, I'm wanting to upgrade. It just looks a little too fuzzy from what I can see.
No worries. Okay. Mm-hmm. Does anyone know if Dan is joining tonight?
I do not.
Okay, I don't either. I saw his post about his cryptocurrency thing. He was excited about that.
Yeah, his business getting started.
Yeah, he has LLC.
Yes.
Okay. So what are you up to today, Matt? Do anything fun?
I went to the first training class with my dog.
Oh,
That's cool.
Yeah, so that was interesting.
this is the one that's wound up to 11 right now?
Oh yeah,
Yeah?
he was fine with the water in the bathtub. It was just like being in the bathtub that he didn't want to have anything to do with. And so when we got him out, he just started going crazy.
What's his name?
Archie.
Archie. Okay. John, you got any dogs or cats or anything?
Used to years ago. I don't have any right now. I've been trying to push my dad towards getting one, but he hasn't bended yet.
I've got a yellow lab. Her name's Rennie. Her full name is Serenity, but we call her Rennie.
Nice. My last dog was a yellow lab.
Yeah, she's great. No, she was a rescue. She was 6 years old when we got her, and she's now 12. So we've had her about 6 years. So getting older. My wife took her to the vet yesterday. She had a ear infection. I think because I gave her a bath, and for the past couple of weeks she's been shaking her head really bad. It's like, okay, what's going on? Lift it up in the air. Oh, yep, there's a problem there. So. So how's everybody out there doing this, watching us tonight? Leave a comment, say hello. What are you up to? We're just kind of sitting around. We're going to start here in a few minutes. Just waiting to see if we have any other our podcast guys or admins to join us. Looks like not, so it might just be us three. And again, if you'd like to join us tonight on the podcast as a guest speaker, just send us a comment, and then I'll send you a StreamYard link. You click on the link. As long as you got a webcam and a microphone, you can get it set up and you can join us. Super casual, low threat.
Yeah.
Good opportunity to jump in here and talk cars.
All right.
Yeah, that's what we do.
Did you, Steve? Did you make a post in the group or just a page? Because I'm just seeing that on the page that we went live, not on the group, unless I'm just missing it.
It's on the group at the top, at the very top. It's pinned to the top.
Oh, okay.
And I don't. It shouldn't be on the page unless you shared it there, because I haven't shared it to the page, which I probably should.
That's weird.
I'll do that now.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it is out to the page now. You don't see it at the top of the group?
Let's see. I sent a pinned post for the Toys for Tots, and then I scroll down. I see other posts. I see podcasting live tonight, and then when I click on visit group, it goes to let's see, sponsors, up in announcements, and then talking about. Let's see. Does anyone know what this car is? And the car news of the day. That's weird.
That's weird. That's Facebook. I post something as an admin, and I make an announcement, and then I no longer see it in the discussion. It just, I have to go to it. It's weird.
All right.
Oh, looks like Terry might.
Yeah, Terry looks like he's coming in.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, cool.
All right. Excellent. He's got that Porsche Le Mans background and whatnot.
That should be great. Yeah.
Yeah. So how long have you had Archie, Matt?
Since Sunday.
Sunday, really?
Yep, I got him Sunday.
Wow. Okay. And what is he?
He is a healer mix, so sheep and cattle dog.
Okay.
Very high energy. But he's really smart. We so we got him Sunday, and the people that were fostering him before we got him said they really hadn't gotten much progress with his potty training, and last night he figured out that he can pee a little bit, come to me for a treat, and then go pee some more and think he can get another treat. So he's already trying to work the system there.
It sounds pretty smart.
Oh yeah, he is.
How was your move out? Was it pretty smooth? Any problems with the drive out or?
No, actually, that was so. We were going to break it up into 2 days when we came out.
Yeah,
here.
right.
And so so my fiance and I were in her car, and then our dads were in her dad's truck pulling a trailer. So they left a little before us, and we just figured we'd catch them about halfway, and then we'd stop there. And they texted us around Omaha, and they're like, "We're just going to go for it." So we're like, "Okay, guess we're going for it too."
All right.
So yeah, and it ended up being a real smooth drive. We ended up getting in around 10:30.
Good. And hit any weather or anything, or is it pretty?
No.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Perfect timing.
I know. That was the one thing we were worried about was weather, and we never hit anything.
Yeah.
Not even rain.
Wow. Today was a nice day. I was out there. I was driving all day today, and it was nice, sunny, beautiful. Got warm. I liked it. It was nice. So I'm just waiting for Terry to hit the backstage, and then we'll add him in.
Sounds good.
So I posted up that YouTube link to the Hennessy F5 Venom.
Yeah.
And started to see the controversial post about the owner, the CEO of Hennessy.
Yep. Yeah, that always comes up. His reputation precedes him.
Yeah, it sure does. Yep.
Yeah. I was just getting ready to fill that in on the topic page.
Hey Josh, how's it going? See Josh out there in Facebook land. We're just getting started here. Waiting on one more of our admins. So is Ian going to finish out the rest of the day for the voting on Instagram for the calendar?
What do you mean?
I think the amount of time left to vote.
Oh.
Do you know how much more time?
I think it was just the 24-hour story thing. Let me take a look and see if they're still up. Yeah, we don't have any more.
Okay, so voting
story. So I assume it's
voting is over. Okay, awesome. So if you guys weren't tracking on the group, we had a calendar's photo submission contest, and we had 100 or so submissions for photos. The admin team went through the 100 plus and voted them down to 30, and then we presented those 30 to our Instagram with a thumbs up or thumbs down. We had 2 photos against each other, like a contest, and you had to vote for one to get us down to 15 because we were going to make a 15-month calendar. So it looks like voting is over now. We'll find out what the photos are. And we'll get working on making that calendar, which I got to work on getting the store set up. Okay, Terry StreamYard is not working for him. Okay.
Yeah, all the results are in our story archive on Instagram, so should be able to get that out pretty soon.
Yeah. So I'll get that storefront up and running and then hand over the information to Ian to go ahead and upload the photos and for the calendar and
Sweet.
get it going.
There were some good photos that got submitted. It was hard to choose on a few of those.
It was. Yeah. Kind of wanted to have like a 30-month calendar, but that's kind of hard to do. here's a 3-year calendar from Colorado Cars and Coffee.
Yeah, if it sells well, it just shows we'll have plenty of interest in content for.
Yeah, and we can do it earlier. We can do it earlier next year, like October, November, sometime. Give us some time, have it ready for stocking stuff for the holidays. That'd be nice. Terry's booting up his 486. So Matt, I made it up to Red's Auto and truck today. So I saw the McLaren, the MP4 12C. Very nice, very nice.
It is. It's got some cool stuff in the garage.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Did you see his black and white Buicks there too? Were they in the?
Nope, I didn't see him.
No, he had a.
No.
He got a Grand National, and then what was the trim that had the same engine and everything in it? I don't remember, but he's got that one in white and only had 11,000 original miles on it.
Wow.
Yeah, it was clean.
So what other car news is out there that's not on our topic list that we can talk about real quick?
I added the F5. That was the only thing that I could think of.
There is the Honda recalls. Quite a bit of them.
What was that about?
What's going on?
Yeah, I'll have to pop up the article here. I think some of them were, recalled 1.4 million, including 430,000 for salt corrosion problem with the drive shaft.
Oh.
And then there's, I believe it's the 268,000 of the 2002 to 2006 CRVs to replace a faulty window switch because I believe they can catch on fire. Seems like Honda's kind of slipping a little in that reliability.
It's going back a ways though. You said 2002?
Yeah.
Huh.
So And let's see, it looks like the recall will also include 2014 Honda Fit, 2012 Honda Civic Hybrid. Let's see, 2013 to 2015 Acura LX, 2013-2015 Honda Accord. I guess it's a little
Jeez,
back. Yeah.
it's all over the place.
Yeah. As far as Colorado car news, it looks like Tesla is moving into Motor City. So there's
Like
that.
an actual dealership, or
Yeah.
okay.
Like I think I'm trying to find the article, but I think they even have a few Tesla cars already out on their lot.
Huh. Might have to go check it out. I mean, I've seen them, I think, at Park Meadows in the mall.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Does Tesla still only do like the mall store type dealerships where it's just a room with a single car and then they got a few out back that you can test drive?
I think
Is that
that
how
was
they do their
their.
stuff?
I think that was their motto. I don't know. I don't know if that's everywhere, but
Yeah, the only one I ever seen back home was in Indiana, either in Indianapolis or Chicago, and that's how they were. It was like one or two cars in the showroom, and then they had a
Yeah.
couple out back that you could test drive. But
right.
Yeah.
it wasn't like a full-fledged dealership.
It looks like I'm reading part of the article. It looks like it'll be essentially a full-fledged dealership. Service and sales. It looks like they'll repairs including replacements of vehicle drive units, various parts, battery replacements. Allow customers to experience our automotive and energy products, including taking vehicles and test drives. So it should be interesting.
Yeah, and they're relocating to Texas, aren't they?
Yes, they are moving out of California. Right.
That's what I thought.
Okay, Terry. How long does it take to reboot your computer?
I could go off on some more Colorado car-related news if we're still
Oh
waiting
yeah,
for 'em.
please
Okay.
do. Yeah.
Another article I had saved is the Colorado Springs police are seeking authority to seize vehicles, kind of like California, where if they see you street race, they take the vehicle, I guess. I don't think Colorado Springs currently does that, so I guess they're trying to. I guess they say street racing is a big problem. So we got that going on. And then there was another article about a Colorado woman, Krista Olson. I guess she does sewing, and she's been making like little hats to keep your car shifter warm.
Yeah, I saw
It's
that.
kind of cool.
Yeah. I should probably get one.
It would definitely help if you have a metal shifter before you're getting going before your car warms up. It's gonna be pretty cold in the winter.
Oh yeah,
Especially after sitting overnight.
yeah. And I think there's another article that I think you posted on Colorado Cars and Coffee, Steve. I believe it was the CEO of Solid Power at Louisville, Colorado company.
Yeah.
About it's a Colorado startup that's changing the game basically for electric cars.
Right. With the goals to reduce costs and a solid battery technology versus, I guess the current ones are gel or liquid or something.
Yeah, liquid.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
considered liquid. I don't know. I haven't read too much into what the actual internals are on most of the cars right now.
And then of course it's not really car related, but there's that in and out that people are talking about, of course.
Still?
Uh,
Are the
Or-
are the
or-
lines down to like normal, or are they still big
I know.
lines?
I know here in the Springs, I think I've heard some people say they've been in drive-through line from about an hour to 2 hours. I had a friend that parked his car in the lot and then walked in, and he was able to get his food like within about a half hour. So it seems like it's getting better.
Didn't your son go, Steve?
He did. He went
Yeah.
like a couple weeks ago, and he waited, I think, 4 hours.
Jeez.
Yep. I was gonna stay up because he was gonna bring it home, and I was gonna have it, and he got back like 2 a.m, and I went to bed like 11:30 or midnight. Like I'm done waiting for him, and so yeah, I posted. I microwaved it in the morning because it was cold. It wasn't sitting in the fridge. And everybody's giving me flack about it, but what am I supposed to do?
Right.
Eat it cold? Couldn't.
Right.
That'd be
Yeah,
terrible.
microwave is definitely better than cold.
It wasn't much better than cold.
Ooh.
French fries have a half-life of about
Yeah.
30 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They don't last long. Well, should we just hop into it? And
Yeah, let's get
See if Terry
started. And
joins in?
then if Terry joins us, he joins us. So,
okay.
John, go ahead and kick us off.
All right. Here we go. What's up, guys? You're listening to the Colorado Cars and Coffee podcast with me, John, Steve, and Matt, and hopefully Terry later on. So let's just drive down the street of our upcoming events. Steve?
Okay, I'll get the next two. So Saturday at 4 p.m., we've got a toy drive hosted by Reed and the Eastern Plains Dub Club, and that's at Epiphany Tattoo, 15254 East Hampton Avenue in Aurora. The next event I have is Sunday at 5 p.m. It's the 2020 Deck the Cars photo shoot, and it's at 4315 Centennial Boulevard, down Colorado Springs at the Walgreens.
Cool.
Also on Sunday, I was just going to take Terry's. Also on
Go
Sunday,
ahead, Matt.
the 20th, at 11 a.m., the Colorado Euros Winter Cruise, and that's at 15353 East Hinsdale Circle, Unit H in Centennial.
And on December 20th at 5:15 p.m., we got the Parker Cruisers Light Parade, which is at 10950 South Parker Road in Parker, Colorado. So I guess we'll just we'll hold off on F1 or Le Mans.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to talk about that, or should we wait for Terry?
No, let's wait for Terry. I thought the same.
Okay.
I was thinking the same thing. Let's just circle back to that one if he jumps in.
So I guess we'll just move on to the Porsche GT3 Cup.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
When you guys want to lead off?
Aside from what I've seen of the car, I didn't really read a whole lot into it. It looks really good.
Yeah.
The livery on it is really cool.
Yeah, I liked it too. Compared to past Porsches, it looks like they took the tail lights off of the Porsche Taycan. It has that kind of thin red line on the back, which looks clean and simple, but it
I
looks
like
good.
how that looks. Yeah, very clean look.
Yeah. And it looks like it has, I think it said, 20 horsepower more than its predecessor. I mean, it doesn't seem like it's much, but I mean, it's an improvement.
Right. I mean, yeah, when you're pushing these cars and still need a fair amount of reliability, 20 horsepower is a decent jump.
Yeah.
And this is full on race car, right? The GT3 Cup.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Oh, there's Terry.
Yeah, I just saw.
Hey, Terry.
Yeah, so StreamYard can go to hell. So thank you.
Yeah, I think it's your 486.
Yeah, no, actually 386 if we're going to get it right. So date me correctly. I just turned 50 years old, Steve.
Whoa.
Just saying. There you go. Anyway, I wasn't even listening to the podcast, so
no worries.
We just covered the Porsche GT3 Cup, but we skipped over Le Mans. So if you want to talk about,
I mean, we could talk about, but it's more of a, honestly, it's kind of like more of a Hayden thing when it comes down to the Le Mans. I mean, I'll just quickly just say it's good to see Porsche back. I mean, they have the most Le Mans wins at 19. So it is nice to see them back, to be in there. You know, if anybody knows some of the history of Le Mans, it is the Porsche curves for a reason. You know, they usually don't name turns on racetracks willy-nilly here, you know, so it's definitely an homage to Porsche, how dominating they were within the 80s as well, the 70s, and also in like, you know, the early 2000s. So it's good to have them back. We'll see what it does. It's in on to 2023, so they have some time to, you know, develop a car. It's going to be LMPH, so we'll go from there. And then also, just to sum up quickly, with Audi coming back, you know, that's more. It's good to see endurance racing picking up more and more. I know Hayden and I alluded to it last week that they did offer the cheaper option, and you know, big surprise that a lot of people went for that. It's good and bad, you know, but it's good to see, because if it gets more people involved, it's a cheaper price point. You have more teams. You're going to get more racing, and it's not going to be this dwindling factor that F1 has become, where the costs are so prohibitive sometimes that only the big manufacturers or billionaires, i.e. Red Bull, can afford to do these things. I mean, Mercedes trucks in a bunch of money, but also after all their prize money and everything they get, it's actually not a lot of money they put in the scheme of things. Of, you know, because all that prize money, everything pays. It's not like they're making profit here, you know, but, you know, and all that stuff. So, you know, with the cheaper option, it is good to see, you know, Le Mans is more spec racing than most, you know, believe it or not, there are classes, there's, you know, balance of performance, et cetera, you know, GT Milan, GTA, all that kind of thing. I'm not saying F1 should go that route, because that just becomes IndyCar, and IndyCar has a place. And IndyCar is really great to watch, and it is. They're all spec cars. They're all exactly the same, 2-engine choices. You know, Honda, you know, and Chevy. It's fun. It's great. I love watching Indy, and Indy has so much overtaking. You know, people in the lead. Honestly, they end up in 17th, and all of a sudden, 5 laps later, they're in third, and then they win. That's fine. You know, NASCAR is spec racing straight out. You know, it is, and it all has this place. But F1. It'll never go spec racing, but I'm hoping just if they take that model of the cheaper option and somehow try to price cap, which they're talking about, which they're going to do, and stuff, maybe it will generate. But on the flip side, seeing more people, you know, do in endurance racing, that's a really cool thing. I think on the next podcast, when Hayden's available, we can really dig more into it, you know, because I know F1, I know a little bit about, you know, endurance. I do watch it. I just don't dig as deep as Hayden. So I think we're good right there. But yeah, definitely happy to see that, to be honest with you.
Awesome.
Right.
So we had just started on the GT3 Cup, Terry. We were talking about that.
Well, yes. So the reason why I was late is unless Steve did say, did Steve say anything in the live podcast that I was day drinking? Just curious.
No.
Oh, well,
no.
It's on here now.
Well, hey, no, actually, I had 2 beers. Let me see here. First one is at 1:45. The second one was at 4:30. I only had 2 beers. I had a little Christmas get together for a couple of really close friends, so that's why I was kind of late. And then
I thought you'd be blacked out, you know.
No, because I have to work tomorrow.
Laying in the gutter somewhere.
Yeah, laying in the gutter doing my thing, but no. But on the way home, I did stop at my bank, and lo and behold, I have enough money for a GT3 Cup. I do.
Coffee cup or?
Yes, an effing coffee cup. That's exactly what I have enough money for. I mean, I actually did not get time to read the article. If anybody is, you know, because we are live and people should figure this out by now. We are so not prepared for half the stuff that we talk about.
So, you know, our research is, I have it opened up in a tab right now, and I'm reading it.
Reading it.
Yeah. That is our research. So it's quite in depth. Just so you know, on the group. So how much do these GT3 Cups cost? Anybody know?
I never even looked that up. So I think they cost about $350. So
350K.
I don't know. Let's find out.
Seen a lot of specs.
Um,
Spec. Come on. Don't see price. I guess if you ask the price, it's too much, right?
Right.
So you can't
You can
afford it.
afford it.
I guess I can't.
Oh,
Yeah.
well. Okay, well, that's great. So basically, let's just convert because I found it where it says in euros.
How many?
So it's 225,000 euros, and I think the euro is like $1.25. So let's just do the conversion real quick.
How much in euros?
225,000.
You were on the high side, so if this was the Price is Right, you would not have won the car.
That's okay. So how much does it convert to?
About 275.
Oh, that's
Yep.
not too bad.
Yep.
But I'm sure that it goes up a little bit. You've got a little bit more
Yeah.
import.
Yeah, well, you
costs
throw
and everything.
taxes,
You're probably 300.
etc.
By the time you're done, 300. Yeah.
Yeah.
300.
So race car,
Not bad
500,
for a race car.
510 horses, right? Or is it more? Yeah, 510.
And I know it's like utilizing some hybrid technology.
Yes, it is a hybrid.
Yep.
Oh.
So, yep. Yeah, they're using some hybrid technology from the 919.
Yep. I just saw that. The control element of the 919 hybrid.
Yep.
Integrated in the new 911.
Oh, awesome.
So, and then yes, they're going to bring it the first time in North America.
Ooh.
This particular one. So yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I've seen GT3 Cup racing. Steve and I did because it's one of the feature shows on F1 races.
It was actually really interesting. It was fun to watch.
Yes, it was, and it made noise.
Yes,
and it was fun.
Unlike the F1 race that we watched.
The F1 does make noise, but you just got to listen closely because the cars don't rev to 19,000 RPM anymore. So I don't know. 225,000 euros is not a bad price. If anybody feels like we're going to start a GoFundMe.
Yes, the official Colorado Cars and Coffee
GoFundMe, baby.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Whatever you guys want to call it, thinking that any of that money is going to go to buy that car, you go right ahead and believe that. Because I'm pretty sure it's going to go buy pies and
there's that
Sundays and
Alpha maintenance fund and whatnot.
Alpha maintenance fund, my old 13-year-old BMW ZHP fund. Hey, just saying.
So what's broke on your E46
nothing
today, Terry?
Nothing. I do get the standard. I have 125,000 miles on an 06 BMW, so every so often the coolant light comes on and says, "You ain't got no coolant." I'm like, "Yeah, I do have coolant. You did that piece of crap, and I'm going to take you back in again and have a sensor replaced for the 5th time." But no, my BMW is highly maintained at the cost of everything else in my life. So that car sucks money. If anybody was really curious, the last amount I spent on that car in a couple of months ago was $2,700. So
just like a good BMW, it's
just
pull that money from the owner.
Yes, and a lot of it is I do extreme preventative maintenance on the car, so it's not like something breaks and I take it in. Basically, most of the time nothing breaks. I just know it's time. So in this case, I had the front headlight bulbs replaced because one was starting to die. So you do them both at the same time. And during the course of the inspection, it's like, you should do this, you should do that. Yep, damn right. Do it. Rear diff bushing, do it. Fuel filter, do it. Do all that kind of stuff. Right after that got done, my convertible top decided, hey, so that wiring loom we fixed last time? Yeah, well, fuck you. And it broke again. So the roof wouldn't go down. So I had to take it back in. That was another $500. But the great thing was it was the exact same place that the original repair was done. So we have a friend of ours who is a BMW tech. We just won't mention the name because we don't want anybody to bother him. We won't even mention where he works, but he's a very good friend of ours. and he's the only person who works on my car. And no, I don't have him do it in his driveway. I'm not that much of an a-hole. He actually go in and he gets shop time for it. So he did the original repair, and then he sent me a picture. He goes, "Hey, you're in luck. It's the same place. So I'm just going to fix everything now instead of like what was broke. I'm just going to go into there." So he took care of that. So it was only $500 for that reason. It wasn't because he's my buddy and cut me a deal.
Yeah.
But yes, that car is. So if anybody's curious, Steve and I want to go fund me to maintain our cars. His poorly sickly Alpha and my severely underpowered ZHP that just knows I have money. Like right now, it knows. It's going, "Are you going to get a bonus this year?" "Oh, you are." Guess
Well,
what?
Well, the Alpha is still under warranty, so it's hopefully won't be too great a costs. But I do have the wagon, so I can just
Yes, the wagon.
I dump bucket loads into the wagon of money.
The wagon.
So,
I love the wagon.
It behaved today. Had a great day in the wagon. Drove up and down the front range. Yeah, it was great. No problems. In reverse, it kind of stalls, but other than that,
well, in
it was
reverse
good.
it stalls
It was
because you suck at manual cars, or reverse it stalls because it's just being testy.
I don't know what it is. It's I don't rev it up when it's in reverse. It kind of
so just yeah, that's fine.
it just
Yeah,
but it behaved. It ran great. It was fun.
That's excellent.
Fun day in the wagon.
Yes, wagon funness. Yes. If nobody's familiar with Steve's enduring wagon, and I won't get into it too much, but the inside joke is he never really owned that wagon. He just picked it up for somebody else, and they just worked on it and worked on it and worked on it. So that's my little joke with him. He would tell me, "Hey, here's a progress report." I go, "You don't own that car, dude." That's I don't know why.
Finally, the car is back in my possession. So.
Yes. So,
until tomorrow, then I give it
until tomorrow when it does his thing.
I'm taking it to Elevated Audio. They're going to hook my stereo back up and sync up my phone, and because now it's been being worked on for so long that I have a different phone now.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it to sync. I don't know why. So
because I don't know, 2.5 years. I'm just saying.
I kept hitting pairing, and
I didn't want to do it.
Said something about incorrect pin or passkey. It's like what? I'll let them help. I'll let them help me out tomorrow.
Yeah, they're good guys. So that totally works. So I'm sure people who are not listening are just completely bored of Steve and I ripping on our cars.
So let's talk about the next topic, the Speedtail.
Yes, the Speedtail.
Yeah, what was up with this? I was a little confused.
Well, one of our members posted a picture of a Speedtail being delivered.
Yeah, it was from one of his buddies who was delivering it to someone else, and he got a shot of it for us. It was kind of cool.
So we decided to go kind of talk about the Speedtail and how interesting a design it is, with our plethora of research that we did, which is on the spot. So I mean, honestly, I'll just say it straight out. I actually think the Speedtail's absolutely just gorgeous.
I do too. There's a lot of people that just don't like it, as far as I understand.
Yes,
it was a very controversial.
They don't like
release.
that tail at the end, which drives the name of it.
That's the whole point.
I think it looks pretty awesome, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd have to do a side by side between
the
Hennessy F5 Venom versus the Speedtail, but I'd probably lean towards the Speedtail.
Oh, definitely lean towards the Speedtail.
I mean, I think yes, I can see some people don't like that. The tail. I do.
So 1,000 horsepower hybrid, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it does about 250.
3-seat cockpit for the Speedtail.
Yeah, which is the old throwback to the McLaren F1.
F1.
Yes.
Is the P1 also a 3-seater or just 2?
No,
I think it's 2.
It's a 2. That I know that was like one thing that people say it kind of held it back from being like a true predecessor to the or successor to the F1.
And honestly,
go ahead.
No, go.
I was just gonna say we were talking about people not liking the Speedtail. Well, it's functional, so it's not like a wing on a Civic.
Yes,
people like those.
Yes, exactly. It is this functional arrow.
Right. It may
So,
not be. It may not be the most aesthetic, but it's functional.
So
I mean,
how much? How much do these cost?
Well, the GoFundMe is like,
You're gonna be on
Let's-
that GoFundMe for a while.
I don't even know if you even get a effing price on this thing.
Well, there were only how many made?
A handful. So
Around 2 million. It says around $2 million. It doesn't even give like an exact price. It just says around.
around 2 million.
Starts at 2
well,
million. Yeah.
starts at 2 million. All right. So again, the GoFundMe for the Speedtail, because Steve and I deserve a Speedtail for doing what we do, which is absolutely nothing. So make it happen. I actually like it, and it has a throwback effect for me of older, which a lot of people sit there and say, "Oh, how can you look at that?" But the older boat tails, Bugatti boat tail, Packard did, boat tails. I've always liked the boat tail. Cord did boat tails. I like that kind of weird rear end, like the boat tail. And to me, the Speedtail kind of, yes, it's not a boat tail. It's not to be confused with one, but it's the aesthetic value that I like. Hence, boat tail, Speedtail. I kind of like that line where it goes.
So if you were given the choice between a Speedtail and a Senna, which one would you go for?
Oh, I'd do the Speedtail.
Would you?
I think I'd do the
Yes.
Speedtail too.
What about you, John?
Yeah, I think I would too. Sure.
Me too. I'd probably go with the Speedtail. The
Yeah.
Senna, I don't know.
I know I'm mixed on the Senna.
Yeah.
I think McLaren actually, I was reading a little on their website, they actually identify it as a teardrop design.
The Speedtail?
Yeah, that's what they're calling it.
Okay.
I guess it uses like I think it said like a battery that allows 30 minutes of track driving, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Well,
And then
that's just enough.
Yeah, and then it
It's
has
so- it's so cool how
over-the-air updates too.
Because it's a 3-seater, the steering wheel's in the middle. That's so weird. So cool.
So unique. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not many cars have that have that going for them.
I mean, the Senna is, the Senna. I mean, it's especially if you opt to get a GTR version, which is like insane, et cetera, et cetera. It's a true track car, but the Speedtails are really this kind of like statement car. You just gotta make that statement. So if I had the money, I would get, and I could only buy a McLaren, then it would be a Speedtail. And also from, that, and, as I said, it's the aesthetic look of it. I do like it. And then if anybody remembers the horrible puppet show, which wasn't really on here a lot because it was an English thing, which was the Thunderbirds.
Mhm.
So Thunderbird 2 was my favorite. And I had the diecast Thunderbird toy with all the interchangeable loadouts, by the way. And it was one of my favorite bathtub toys. I'm not gonna lie, yes. And then it disappeared one day. So that whole wing on that and everything, it kind of that thinness of the wing, it's like the thinness of the back of the Speed. So a lot of this is just childhood memories just being kicked off about how this looks. So it's one of those things for me.
Very nice. All right.
So-
John, what's next?
Oh, sure. Our next topic we're going to be discussing is about the 2020 Alfa Romeo 4C Spider. That's going to get a 33 Stradale inspired special edition, as it's going to be a send off for the 4C Spider. I guess we'll just start on that.
Yeah. Steve, seeing how you own Alpha, you might.
Yeah.
John, did you say Romeo?
Yeah.
We did.
Oh, John.
Sorry.
It's
I'll-
also Stradale.
Yeah.
Stradale, yeah. Alfa Romeo. Only 33 of them for North America. So
Yes.
Wow.
wow. So final edition.
So what's special about this one?
It breaks down 4 times instead of 5.
Oh,
Uh,
jeez.
gold wheels, man.
Yes.
Mm.
Well, no, it's like, so it has the Finished in the new exclusive Rosso Villa the Estate red with carbon fiber trim, gold wheels, and black and brown interior.
Yeah, I like the interior.
The interior is actually very, very pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not usually a baseball glove in the as the seat kind of fit guy, but I kind of like this. I like this brown and black. It's not all brown, so yeah,
Yes,
it works for me.
yes.
I've seen some Audis that just look like a baseball glove, and I don't like it.
There were
bad.
Audis that literally had a baseball glove interior.
Yeah, the TT.
Yeah.
Yep. And they actually called it that.
Horrible.
I have a friend that just sold one with that brawling leather interior. It was interesting to say the least.
So Alfa Romeo has already discontinued the coupe, so now this is the final Spider edition. It's on the send off.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
So when did it come to this? The 4C come to the US? Was it 2014?
I think it was.
It sounds about right.
Something
If
like
anybody
that.
is listening, they could help us.
Yes, we need a commenter research team right now. So if you're watching, research for us.
Yes, please research because I don't feel like doing it.
Black sprayed.
How do you feel about the? How do you guys feel about the price? Because I believe it's going, isn't it around that 80,000 range?
81,590.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty
quite steep.
That's pretty standard for probably an outgoing edition or something. Yeah. I think most the new one, when they're new, the regular edition is around 70 something.
So I thought it was in the 70s.
Yeah.
All right.
I was looking at them a couple weeks ago, just on Car Gurus or Auto Trader, and for like 3 or 4 years old, and it was around 50K for. So they
don't drop too much. Yeah.
It hasn't dropped a whole lot, but see, if you really want one, you could find a decent one out there for decent price.
Yeah, but this being a special edition is most likely to appreciate the most long term.
Sure.
Yeah,
as long as it doesn't break down.
Yeah, which actually they're very reliable now, even though a lot of people don't want to believe that, and they are. These are not Alphas from the 70s or the 80s, where they'll kind of like bite in the ass. These do work, and yes, to be something like people, oh, it's a Chrysler Fiat, it's a Fiat Chrysler, blah, blah, blah. He's like, yeah, shut up. The car works. Steve has one, doesn't have a problem. Okay, and if you go out and buy any car, they always have an issue. So enjoy everybody who bought, non-track pack GT350s when they first came out. Your diff overheats. I guess that's a design problem.
Yes.
So enjoy that.
Are you just mainly buying it for like
there, Terry? Keep rubbing it in, man.
No, it's okay, Steve. It's okay.
So I also had a non-track pack GT350 for about 1.5 years, and took it to the track at HPR, and it did go into overheat mode and went into limp mode, and because the diff or the tranny got too hot. So, but still was a fun drive. Whew, wow.
Yes. Oh, yes. Of course.
The Voodoo sounds so great.
Yeah, it does.
It was a nice car. I enjoyed it.
Yes, definitely. So yeah. So I mean, these things are definitely.
So do you basically just kind of buy it for the special edition quality of it?
Yeah, I would assume
this one. Yeah, the fact that there's so few of them, 33.
All right.
Yeah.
I mean,
these will get bought and thrown in a.
All right.
Yep. Put in the warehouse in a bubble somewhere, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was looking at the horsepower numbers, and I was assuming that's where it all comes in. But I mean, it is a very beautiful car. I like all the little, touches along the mirrors and the emblems and everything, and the kind of where the passenger seat is, the tribute kind of thing.
So Terry, how's the interior of the car?
All right, so this is how the interior of an Alfa 4C works. It is very uncomfortable to get in, and when you're fat like me, it's almost impossible to get out. You kind of get stuck in there. You gotta kind of wedge yourself in and out and shake your ass a little bit, and then you actually pop out because it is a deep carbon fiber tub that you just fall right into. So,
So
it was
did,
horrible.
did Mike Ward bring out this little crane and kind of
Nope. Actually, as a person
Terry
of Mark
crane?
Earth, I actually carry butter with me. And whenever I get stuck in cars that I should not get into, I just liberally lube myself with butter, unsalted, because, got to watch that sodium intake. And I just work my way out, and it's over. And I pop out, and I put my pants back on, and I just get and it's over. It's done. So
Hey,
yes,
John, have you ever tried to get into one? I know you're a tall guy, so
No, I haven't.
it might be tough for you because there could be a
Really?
tight squeeze.
I've seen a few of them in person. I've never sat in one, and they're not. They look small in pictures, but they're even smaller in person.
Yes.
Every review of somebody like an owner that has one, they just absolutely love it. I know we have one member on our group that at least has one.
Yes.
Would you say
it'd be fun to take one for a spin, for a drive sometime?
Yeah. Would you say it's probably as tight as like a Fiesta ST, or?
I think it's a little tighter.
Where?
Tighter,
Wow,
like
really?
Miata tight.
Oh, okay. I haven't been in the Miata, but
I would say think Lotus,
okay.
Yeah.
Elise, Exceed, Azige, and those kind of
Rear
cars.
engine,
Yeah.
Right.
real low.
Yep. I've only seen one or two on the road driving. I saw one going I-25 South, and it really stands out as a special looking car.
Yeah, it definitely is. Definitely is. So,
well, next, we'll probably talk about an article that I found, which is and since we're kind of wrapping up the year here, it's about top 10 cars you couldn't get enough of in 2020. Don't know if any of you guys had a chance to look at it, but obviously I think it's basically everyone's most viewed car. It's the Ford Bronco, which is followed by the Hummer, the electric Hummer with the 1,000 horsepower, of course. The Telluride was kind of a surprise, but Kia and Hyundai have been, coming with some really nice looking cars and then we have that Datsun Z. What do you guys think about some of the cars that are wrapping up 2020?
I think it was funny to see some of the variety on this list. Number 10 was the Honda CR-V.
I just want to close the tab right now. The first one I saw was Honda CR-V. It's like, okay, I'm done here.
But you got to read the subtext that says why it's in there, because it was
it's best selling car of the year.
Best-selling car, yeah.
I mean, this is basically just a kickoff of like, hey, these cars kind of made some kind of impact in 2020.
So this is not an enthusiast.
No, I mean, there's
top
some
10.
enthusiast
This
cars
is
on
a
here.
This is a practical top 10.
Yeah, this is like
the Jeep Wagoneer is on here.
Yeah, Nissan Z, because it just generated a lot of hype.
Yep.
Is that the
Kia Telluride?
Electric Grand Wagoneer or just the Wagoneer?
Oh, I didn't.
I believe it's the Grand Wagoneer, yeah.
Regular one.
Just the Grand Wagoneer in general.
Yeah, just the 100,000 plus Grand Wagoneer, because that's what I want to spend.
One of the things I thought was interesting that they put in that article too is something we're gonna have to get used to is that Jeep is becoming a luxury car brand, which I thought was, I mean, they're not really far off, but at the same time they got different cars like the Wrangler. I mean, which is more
at the price point of
often.
the Wrangler, though, it might as well be a luxury vehicle for what they cost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much is Wrangler? How much are those?
I mean, aren't they go for 17 grand used or?
Well,
new
it,
or
it depends on which ones you get, but I'd at least where I'm from, and I'm sure around here, they sell above MSRP pretty regularly.
But what? Just the basic Jeep what?
Yeah, I'm looking up to see what the.
Yeah, but
it starts at 28,000.
Right? Doesn't Jeep still have like a Patriot and some other crap that they have?
Yeah.
Oh, that stuff. Yeah.
I mean,
but that
of course they do.
Still make that.
No, I don't. Well, here let's just find out what the hell.
Let's see what their lineup is.
Because we were on here before, so
yeah. So their current lineup is the Wrangler, the Cherokee, the Grand Cherokee, the Compass. Yeah, that's one of the smaller ones, and the Renegade. That's the small one, and then the Gladiator.
Yep. Then the Gladiator, and they have the limited edition. Blah blah blah.
So their cheapest one is the Renegade.
Yes, that's the
Yeah.
The Renegade and the
think-
Compass are both close.
Actually,
I think I've rented one of those.
The Renegade is a Fiat basically, isn't it? On a
yes.
4x4 drivetrain.
So, yeah, it's
So
like the
I guess
Renegade.
you could say they have luxury offerings at the top end. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
They have more luxury, yeah, and I'm sure the luxury makes up a higher percentage of what they sell. Because I don't know too many people that have the Grand Cherokees and the Cherokees that don't have pretty high spec
Right.
packages on.
All right.
So this
I've
Wagoneer
never
is
seen a base model one of those.
the Wagoneer going to be a new vehicle for Jeep that's coming back? I know
Yes.
Wagoneer from like the 70s and 60s.
Yeah, no, exactly what it is, because the Wagoneer was their luxury little
Okay.
things. That's
All
what
right.
they're bringing back.
I see.
Yes.
I still don't like that car and driver article. It's pretty dumb. Sorry. Nothing against you, John. It's just Honda.
Yeah.
CR.
I just thought there were some interesting points in it. But
Well, yeah, I mean
Yeah,
that's
we
the
can
whole
talk about
point of
the-
it.
we can
It's
talk about the Bronco all day, right? Yeah.
yeah.
well, you know,
Sport out on the road for the first time today. So hopefully the full size one is close to follow.
So what do you guys think about that Nissan Z number 4?
I like it.
Yeah.
I know originally there were some people that didn't like it at first, and then eventually it warmed up to them, and then they had that problem with the bumper portion. But I've actually kind of warmed up to it. I actually kind of like it.
I'm waiting to see what the front looks like, but a fact that twin turbo V6, 6-speed manual, those are it's hitting a lot of good
Oh yeah.
major talking points right there. And I think that's
I'm
good. to
conflicted
see.
about the twin turbo part though.
Hmm.
In what way?
One of the I guess selling points on it is that it was simple before the previous Z's. But so many people turboed them that I understand why they just decided to sell it as a twin turbo. That's my own.
Okay.
So are they? I'm assuming they're not selling a non-turbo version. I believe, right?
They probably will. I can't
I mean, the
imagine.
fact that they have a couple different super versions, I think they probably would. I mean,
Yeah.
a lower cost of entry, non-turbo or single turbo or something. I think you'll probably see them.
All right.
I believe you would.
It'll
Yeah,
probably
that's
be
not-
that's
over
side.
300.
The side profile looks pretty good.
Yeah.
It does. I'll be interested to see what the production version actually looks like.
And it's about time. My goodness. But how long has the 370Z been out? What, 10
14
years?
years, I think.
14.
Oh, really? Wow.
Let me look.
Sheesh.
Yeah, that's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was one of the longest running. Yeah, 2006.
14 years.
Announced in
Yeah.
2006. So if you count like the prototypes and stuff like that, yeah, it's been being built for 14 years. They started rolling out in 2008. So
Now, based on the nature of this article, I accept it for what it is. But seeing the Kia Telluride on there, I'm not surprised. It's a super popular SUV.
Mhm.
I went out and took one for a test drive, and it actually drives pretty nice. I have an older Kia Sorento right now, 2012, and so we were looking maybe upgrading to the Telluride, and it drives nice. It's big, maybe probably too big for what we want, but I'm not surprised to see it on here.
it's surprising it's a big deal for a foreign company to try to compete in the American market, and
Yeah.
one of the things that we do best is full size SUVs.
And Kia has a fantastic warranty on them to take that concern away from customers. So they know what they're doing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I give them that. But but if you really look at this list, it's just things that are just either surprising, i.e., the Telluride being less than 50K, et cetera, and really interesting. It's a luxury SUV without a huge luxury price.
Mm-hmm.
And then more generic stuff like, unfortunately for Steve, the CRV and the Mazda CX-5, because these are practical cars that are going to be out there that most people are going to buy.
Can
they're
we
going to
talk about practical crab mode for a second?
There ain't nothing practical.
Oh, here we
Nothing
go.
practical.
Hummer. Gee. Hummer EV.
Well, what's that other like? They had like the other thing in there apart from crab mode. They had the other stupid like name on something. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, something about the top.
We were ripping on it when we were talking about it.
There was a
Yeah.
name with the top, wasn't there?
I think so.
I gotta find this.
Oh no! It was the the mode which is the Watts to Freedom launch control driving
Oh
mode.
yes,
Lots to
that was it. That was it. Yeah.
Watts to Freedom, starring Tom Cruise. It's like Watts to Freedom.
And the Mazda CX-5. I'm not surprised to see that on
Yeah,
here.
it's very popular.
It's a super popular, smaller sized CUV, I guess. But yeah, we got some
Boring.
friends that have some Mazdas and love them.
Yeah, it's a
Yes.
comfortable car. It drives great, but it's a boring daily driver.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the whole thing. Most daily drivers are, going to do what they're going to do, unless you're able to just take what you consider your non-daily driver and make it
Right.
your daily driver, which is what I did on my BMW all those years ago. When I bought it, it was only supposed to be, summer, top down, have fun, drive it. I have a RAV4 for everything else. So today I was out and about and the weather was good enough for me. I consider taking out the BMW. Usually, I wouldn't do it because it snowed and all this crap, but I've got to the point where I just don't give a shit because it's like, I'd rather drive that than the
Rather
RAV.
enjoy it. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, don't get me wrong. I have a manual 5-speed RAV all-wheel drive, and that in itself is stupidly fun because it's very torquey in the low range and, it's kind of stupid. But that thing is meant to do what it's supposed to do. It hauls me around. It hauls what I take out for one of my hobbies to go do, which we're not really going to mention here because you probably get some people go, yeah, I have guns. I shoot. Have a nice day.
You're gonna get
People.
sucked.
Okay. I have lots of interesting stuff, but the only problem I have with the RAV at times being it's such a utilitarian, it's just like, the day, because I drive the BMW a lot, I have a tendency to forget certain things like center of gravity sucks and it will roll over because I can't take corners that fast. And it only has 5 speeds, not 6. So,
Race gear.
There's a manual, right?
Yeah. So race gear, which I have put
Ooh.
in when I'm driving, and I do forget, and people say, how can you forget? There's completely two different. Yeah, it's called, it's a learned habit. I drive my BMW more than anything else. And when I'm going on a highway and stuff, I put it into 6 from 5th. And sometimes I forget in the RAV, and I will go down and go, where? And then it's like reverse gear says no. So there's things like that. But yeah, I mean, there are practical daily drivers out there, and this is what they are. That's what my RAV is. So this article is about right. It's just going to say these are the things that are interesting. A extremely expensive Jeep product and a very practical, utilitarian CRV because it one of the best selling cars.
Right.
So what do you guys think about the Lamborghini Urus, number 8, I think?
Well, is
Why was
anyone
it
going to
on
say
this
the standard joke?
What's
I
the
mean,
standard joke?
They're nice looking, but I mean, it's every luxury car company trying to come up with SUVs. I don't know about that.
It doesn't do much for me, but 0 to 60 in 3.1 seconds. With how much these things weigh? 4,000 plus, I imagine.
I'd be more impressed if they just re-released their original SUV from the 80s.
Yeah, that Hummer looking.
LM002.
Yes, that's all they needed to do. They just needed to wheel that thing back out and paint it lime green.
I do like their new colors for 2021. They got some, and these kind of cars should have bright colors. That bright green, bright orange, bright yellow. Yeah,
They're statement
good.
pieces.
They're not boring colors, which too many cars are.
Yeah, exactly. Which is the joy of having a Lamborghini. They do tend to go to this exotic.
641 horsepower. Holy cow! Man, what is that? A twin turbo V8?
Probably. I don't know. Let's find out. There's a goddamn article about it. We just got to click it. Christ,
like-
man. We are the
that's
laziest
like
people
half an
ever.
inch up the up the
Yeah,
We
V8.
are
4-liter V8.
so lazy.
4-liter twin turbo V8. Okay,
Mhm.
gotcha. Yep.
All right, it's $22,000. Get the hell out of here. $22,000. It doesn't even come with a tent. So what's the point of that?
Speaking of high
Tense.
horsepower and twin turbo V8s,
Yes.
let's discuss this F5.
Okay, let's do it.
First thoughts.
Hennessy, the CEO.
What's the-
At least there's no controversy there.
Yes.
So no, I'm kidding.
Yes.
Yeah.
No
So
controversy.
1,800 horsepower out of this thing.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
6.6 liter twin turbo V8.
LS derived.
Uh huh.
Wow.
Is
Well,
this their very first ground up car that they put together?
don't know.
I don't think
I
they've.
don't
I think they've built onto the Lotus. They've built onto Mustangs and Camaros, and
There was the Venom GT. Wasn't that built off of a
Hmm.
Corvette?
I think it might be.
Oh, it's based on that was based on Lotus.
I think this one is kind of a build up. It looks like the only
Yeah.
thing it has is just the LS pushrod V8.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah, because
reading.
it's been talked about for years. So I think it was a ground up.
Are they capping production to 100 or
24.
24?
24.
Yeah, so this is
Because-
their build their own car.
Is there what?
This is them building their own. They didn't tag on to
Okay.
something.
Their first
This is a
one.
ground up. Yeah, this is a ground up.
I watched the Carfection video, and it was pretty good. The guy talking about it. I like some of the nice touches, like the Texas flag on the seat, and the American
like the new
flag is on there as
logo.
well.
I don't like the
The
logo. It looks
H-
like an Under Armour logo.
The H just looks kind of boring.
It is.
It doesn't do much for me. What do you guys think about the overall exterior design shape, and does that do it for you?
I think it's pretty standard for these
Yeah.
hypercars.
It's yeah,
aerodynamic.
yeah. I mean, it has what looks like a McLaren rear end,
Mhm.
which is got to be standard because McLaren did that and it works, and everybody else is going to copy it. The front haunches kind of look like a fucking C8.
A little bit.
We're live. We're
Yeah.
live, Terry. No F bombs.
It does look
I
a
s-
little Ferrari Corvette.
So which F bomb? The front haunches?
Hmm?
That one?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I can't say front.
No F.
No, I didn't say that. I said the front
I know you-
haunches.
Okay. Moving on. Moving on.
Yeah, you should move on because I know when I say fuck.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Anyway,
Yeah, the interior is interesting in this. Seats look really
uncomfortable.
uncomfortable. Yeah, futuristic.
They almost look like
uncomfortable.
this. Almost look like Senna seats with the little.
I was just gonna say
hole-
like something out
the
of
whole cutout, the genital cutout thing.
for the harness.
You can't use the word genital. We're live.
I mean, look
Okay.
at it. It even looks like the cutout. It looks like a. Never mind. Never mind. Moving
Yeah,
on.
I don't know. So
So when
I
you put your
think
balls in there,
production will hit
Yes,
25
right. If you needed to,
to meet the minimum. They're selling 24, so I'm sure they're keeping one.
or two.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that works. So
do we know cost on this thing? 2 million.
I think 3 million, maybe a little more.
What?
Well, that's how it's going to be. My only question is, if you
2.1.
look,
2.1.
so it does have a Knight Rider inspired steering wheel. That's all I'm going to say. So does it have a turbo boost button? Because if it does, it can only be used once per show. That's just no one's gonna get that little comment.
Starting price of 2.1 million.
Okay, so starting, so it's not 2.1
Auction them
million.
up,
So yeah, I think they estimated it would be
Mm.
more like 3 million.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah. I just, it came out just over a month after he was throwing shade at SSC for the whole 300
Yes.
plus mile an hour thing. So now he's
Oh,
got
yeah, so the
Hennessy has to.
the SSC, when is that dude gonna retest with
I don't know.
hundreds
I
of
haven't seen anything more on that.
test takers and monitors and whatever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
So yeah, it'll be interesting to see. There's kind of a who's going to get to it first.
Maybe they should like gang up and just have both of them go at the same time.
Race, just drag race. Yeah,
Same time.
See who hits
The highest high
350.
speed, the side by side. I'd watch that.
I would too.
Yeah. Me.
F5.
Me.
So not on your list there, Terry. Not to your buy list.
Yeah, because I mean, yeah, I'm glad they did it, but I still get a boat tail. I mean, speed tail.
Speed tail.
And a boat tail as well. Because if I have that much money, I'm definitely buying a older Bugatti and having some fun with it.
So yeah, I think without diving into the history of John Hennessy, I know there's people that have a lot of negative things to say about it. And
I don't see how you can sell a car brand and have that kind of reputation just hooked up with you.
I don't get it either. Yeah, I don't. That was one thing I never understood was how he's.
I'd be embarrassed.
Yeah, I don't understand how people still buy stuff from him with that kind of reputation. But
All right.
Whatever.
Well, I'm wondering if it's one of those situations where some people had a bad experience, but some people had a good experience.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
That was kind of what I was wondering too.
Well, I mean, I think everything is, some people have bad experiences, some people don't.
All right.
If you have a bad experience, you're more likely to leave to run your mouth about it than if you have a good experience. So that could be part of it.
Yeah, but it seemed like there's been a history of this with this guy.
Right.
Oh, yes.
All right. Well, I guess we'll just put leave this on a happy note and just move to the Toys for Tots. Steve completed the whole voyage yesterday or today, was it?
It was today. We left the house around 9:30 this morning and drove down to Castle Rock laser removal and tattoo shop, and picked up some toys there. See if I can recreate the route or not. I don't know. Drove up to Littleton, stopped at Josh's place with Do Detailing, picked up some toys, and then went over to New Image Paint Protection and stopped at their shop on Calumet Street and got some toys there. Surprise, got toys at each of these stops. But then went over to Paddock Imports. They're in Denver and got some toys. Then went up to, let's see, what was next? I think we went, Denver Detail Club with Locke. Saw his new shop. I hadn't been there before, so that was cool to see that. He was showing me he was working on Tesla in the back in the shop. He was doing paint protection film. He had removed the headlights and was so he could tuck the paint protection film in there properly. A lot more work involved when you're starting to remove components from the car. That was very neat to see. Then we headed up to Longmont. Went to Red's Auto and Truck dealer. Got some toys from Michael up there. Was checking out his MP4 12C McLaren that he has for sale. It's his car. It's his personal car. And he's trying to sell it because he has a C8 Corvette coming. So he's enjoyed this McLaren for a few years, and now he wants to try a C8. So he's selling off the McLaren. So if you guys want to buy a McLaren, it's been well maintained by Mike Ward. It also has I think an extended warranty on it as well. I think I'm not sure, for a couple more years out. Go check out Michael at Red's Auto up in Longmont. 111 something $1,000. So if you do buy it by watching this podcast, the 5 viewers and do happen to buy it, I do want the commission. Just send that my way. Hey, Michael, just send it to me. So
Yeah.
I'll send you my details. But so then at Red's Auto in Longmont, we filled up my station wagon. It was just to the top, to the full. So we couldn't get all of Michael's stuff in there. So it's like, no, not the Longmont stop. So we said we'll be back. So we drove down straight from Longmont to the Toys for Tots warehouse in Aurora. They're on Jasper Street. The Marines were in there. They were doing their thing. Whole warehouse of toys. If you look at the post, there's a post on the CNC group that shows all the pictures, and one of the last photos is the warehouse itself. So we stopped there, got rid of all the toys. They helped us out. We put them in boxes, and they picked the boxes up. And then we grabbed lunch, and then we stopped over at Elite Roofing with Randy Brothers' place, his shop, just a little further on Peoria, not far off of Peoria, so not too far away from the warehouse. And got the toys there. Made our way back up to Longmont to grab the rest of the toys, and then made a second trip with a full car down to the warehouse. So it was a great day. We had a fun drive in the wagon. I've just recently got the wagon back, so it was nice to have it out, driving it around, enjoying it. And it was great to collect all those toys, meet all the owners and their shops, and check them out and see them. And just want to say thanks to the shop owners and the employees that go at the shops, because they're the ones that are primarily buying the toys for, there probably be a few customers that come in and drop off a toy, but most of it is the owners and the employees actually filling up those boxes of toys. So I just want a quick shout out to those guys and say thanks. That wraps up our Toys for Tots drive for 2020.
Yep.
And we hope to do this again next year. We'll put some more planning into it, maybe start in September, and just kind of make it as big as we can. Get as many toys for local kids as possible. So that's all. Thanks, John.
Yeah.
How many full carloads did you have?
We had 2 today. Before, with the Sonic drives that we did, I had a full Kia Sorento full. So I guess you could say 3 cars load of toys from Colorado Cars and Coffee, all of our members and local businesses, and some of our sponsors too. So
Nice.
Tremendous turnout. We thank everybody for participating.
Thank you, everybody.
Nice. I guess we'll just move on to talking about the results of the calendar.
Okay. Well, I don't know the results right now, but the voting is over. So we are going to be building a 15-month calendar. We're going to have it created here within the next day or so. One of our admins, Ian, is working on that, and he'll get that put together for us. And we'll get that product link out to you soon, so you can buy a 2021 calendar plus 3 extra months, so 15 months. And all proceeds will go to charity. All profits will go to charity. Our charity for this year is Go Baby Go, with the Resource Exchange based down in Colorado Springs. That program helps kids with developmental trouble get into a ride-on car, and that ride-on car allows them to have mobility, which improves their cognitive development and helps them move around when they have trouble moving. So it's a great program. We were able to, as Colorado Cars and Coffee admins and some of our group members were able to participate with us this year. We actually built a car down in Colorado Springs, put it together, added on the safety controls, and we actually were able to deliver to the child right then and there at the TRE's warehouse. It was really fun day that we had this summer. So looking forward to working with them next year as well. We're going to continue that into 2021.
Nice. That's awesome. I guess we'll shift gears to our sponsor segment.
Okay. Terry, would you like to take that one?
Yeah, thanks for the prep.
Well, it's the sponsor is Riley Landis. He is with Shiny Solutions Auto Detail, and someone can look up the discount real quick. I don't know it off the top of my head, but he's a high schooler. I think he's a sophomore, and he came to us and wanted to sponsor with us, and we brought him on board. I actually had my car, my Alfa, over there just last week, and he did an excellent job. He did the sell your car special, although no, I'm not selling the car, but he did a really good job on the exterior and the interior as well. It just looked great. So we want to thank Raleigh for that. Terry, you'll get a laugh out of this, but Raleigh tried to clean the engine and couldn't pop the hood.
Couldn't pop the hood.
Alfa Romeo, yes. He popped it, but it didn't come up. So it just kind of comes up on its little hinges and just sits there, but doesn't. It's like half an inch or less. It pops up.
That's
so
excellent.
It's supposed to pop up more, so you can get your finger in there and pull it up and do the hood latch thing. But it's an Alfa Romeo. So
and so it's
I pushed down on the latch and got one of them before I left. And then as soon as I started driving away, the alarm bells in the car started dinging at me. So I had to pull over and push down the other side. So both sides of the hood to get it shut.
That's good.
Raleigh didn't know that he popped in both of them, but it was all good.
He posted 4 days ago that he's got
30%.
20% off all
Oh,
services.
it's 20% now. Yeah.
Okay. 20%. Awesome. That's a pretty good discount. So he had a professional set up. He sent me a text and say, hey, you've got an appointment. It was easy to set up. The price was reasonable. So highly recommend it. Check him out.
Sweet.
All right. Awesome. Well, I guess we'll just start winding things down here. I guess we'll just say that hope everybody has happy holidays, stays healthy. We'll see you next year. We really appreciate you listening to our podcast, and as always, we'd like to welcome you to give us feedback. If you want to stay on the road of events and happenings here in the local scene, you can always check out all our website or social media like Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube by just searching Colorado Cars and Coffee. You guys have anything else to add, or?
Nope.
All right.
Just a commenter from Jordan. Hey, Jordan, you're right. Nothing better than a clean Alfa. I agree.
With a hood that works.
One day I'll take it back and have them take a look at it.
Why? Why? It doesn't matter.
Nah, it's not a biggie.
You fix that, you just gotta have something else.
Yeah, right.
And I just keep that. That's why the intermittent, coolant, light on my Beamer, I just let it alone because
right. The one known broken thing that you have, it tells you, right?
It makes it happy. It's all like, yeah, I'm still broken. Yeah.
I haven't seen service electronic throttle recently, so that's good, right?
Oh, that's the only time
we had that on the drive back.
Yes. Yeah. Well, that's a one-time shot. It does it and it never comes back. And so I was driving the car at the time, and we had the train of trucks that are annoying, and I had enough of them, so I just floored it. And it decided to do that and went into limp mode essentially, and took me out of race mode and crap like that. I'm like, damn it. And then it just clears itself. Yep. That's the only real problems we had driving that car. Back down.
Yep.
It was good.
All right, guys. Hey, thanks for joining us. We'll see y'all later. Thanks, John, for hosting for us. And
Thanks,
we have a good night. Have a great holiday. We'll see if we do this next week. We're not sure, but depends on if there's enough of us around.
I just want to add one more thing. I just wanted to, I think we all would like to thank all the photographers that put in the hard work of learning on your free time how to get into photography, piecing together equipment, getting all the locations set, and then bringing those photos on to social media and allowing us to make the calendar and everything.
Right.
Yeah.
Jordan asks, when will the calendar finals be announced? I imagine in the next day or so. The voting has been finished, so we should have the results soon. So I'd expect it by tomorrow. Don't hold me to it, but I expect tomorrow.
Well, we'll see everybody down the road. That's it for us here from Colorado Cars and Coffee. Bye, everybody.
All right, guys. See y'all later.
Bye.